All right, I'm here with Ken in the Mack Museum in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Ken's explaining what we're about to see here. All right, so this room we walk through is a big bank vault door. Could you explain what's going on in here?
Well, back when this was the test center, which ceased operation in April of 2010, but prior to that, this is where we would bring trucks in to check compliance when it comes to the decibels, or should I just say the noise the truck made when it was under a full load.
This is huge, this room. I
Yep,
guess that's for the exhaust.
that's that brings those go down over the exhaust, correct. If it's a dual exhaust, they both come down. If
Uh-huh.
it's a single, just one. But
That's
the idea of those wedge-shaped devices there, those are filled with fiberglass, and they're used to absorb the sound so that there is no reflection coming back to the microphones while we're monitoring the sound of the truck while it's under a load.
yeah, you can actually feel it when you're in the room how dead it is. Like there's no echo, nothing. It's
Yep.
just
It actually gets quieter once we close the doors from the hallway and the one over there. And then you'll some people actually get a little funky when they're in here.
yeah.
Some will have to leave because the silence isn't something they can tolerate.
Yeah, it's so quiet.
Yes.
You can hear your heartbeat.
Well, it's funny you should say that. When I was still working, I was a technical I was an instructor. I trained mechanics, and one of the mechanics asked if he could come in here to see this sound room. He heard about it. So I brought him in. It was just us. The video wasn't playing. And while I stood aside of him and he was just looking around, I heard a ticking noise. And I said, "Do you hear that ticking noise?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Well, what is that?" He said, "That's my artificial heart valve." It was a
Wow.
ball and socket.
And you could hear it because you were in this room and it's
Yeah,
so quiet.
it was ticking. You could definitely hear it.
Wow. That's wild. Tell me a little bit about this guy.
Well, this is a 1947 Brockway. We did not acquire Brockway until 1956. So obviously, this was not something that we had any money in at that time, but we just put it in the museum just because we did own Brockway for quite a few years, from 56 to 77. Then unfortunately, we had to let the company die. I guess I should say. Just the sales were just terrible.
Right, right. It's a little bit of history there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of history in this building.
Yeah.
This is the Bulldog Mac, huh?
It's Bulldog Mac.
Yep. I mean, when you look at this, you could see how the European soldiers nicknamed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could see it looks like a bulldog.
Well, the reason they shaped the front end like that, or were able to, was because the radiator on these was behind the engine, not in front of it.
Ah, okay.
So the British, World War I went from 1914 to 1918, and the British called these Bulldog Macs, and they even thought it reminded them of a bulldog because of the way the front has that blunt nose on it.
Yep.
They said the Mack trucks could tow larger artillery than the other trucks, could pull the other trucks when they broke down. So they loved their Mack trucks over in Europe.
Yeah. Helped win the war.
Helped win the war.
And then this is the Megatron.
Megatron, yep.
Yep. The kids must love this. So I guess this was donated by the movie company, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. It was in the movie Dark of the Moon, and once they did the movie, they didn't know what to do. They just gave it. They asked us if we wanted it back, and we said, well, it has a history now, so we'll put it in the museum.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So you were saying about this bus.
This bus is a 1909, the oldest known running Mack vehicle, period, in existence. And this particular bus, for 25 years, gave tours in Chicago in the summer and New Orleans in the winter, and then they would rotate it back and forth. And they did that for 25 years.
What year is this guy?
This guy is a
1919?
1919. Yeah, I thought it was a 20, but it's a 19.
What a nice display.
Yeah,
Well, you guys have a beautiful museum.
thank you.
Thank you for your time, Ken.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. We got a 1911 Mack Junior. It's pretty wild. And parked next to it over here, we got a dump. This is a 1923 Mack AB model. Here, next to we have a Mack Model 50S fire truck. And then a 1945 6x6 NM8D. This reminds me of the TV show MASH, just about the Korean War. Here we have a 1955 Mack B60X dump. This is a pickup truck, or what they call 1940 Mack ED Express body truck. This is a 1957 Mack B model. And next to it, we have a 65 B53S series.
The owner for Republic had flatbedded the AK and the B in.
Okay.
And Doug Maney thought, wow, we're just going to show them for 6 months. The normal show time for a truck, if it's not ours, is 6 months.
Okay.
It goes up to a year. Because why bring a truck in here for a month or two?
That way you can rotate the exhibits.
Yeah, yep. and keep new, fresh blood. Like that guy is only here 2 months.
Okay.
So what happened was the owner decided on his way down here that he wasn't going to show the trucks. He was going to give the trucks, donate them to the museum.
Now, the owner of Republic. Oh, wow.
So what's interesting about these trucks is the AK and this, there's $1 million invoice with the cost of restoration for both.
Wow.
And he gave the keys and the paperwork to Doug, and now they're part of the museum's fleet.
Wow. What a gift.
Now, when I say restoration,
I mean, this thing, you could eat off it. It's so clean.
yeah, these we wax.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's like they restored a Ferrari.
It's as nice as a Ferrari. Look at that.
Wow. Beautiful.
Now now how can you say thank you enough? What I did is I went to Millie Joe's and I picked up some cheese hot dogs. And that we celebrated with the customers.
Okay, there you go.
So, we're going to go.
You took good care of them.
Darn right we did. Whatever heartburn he had, that wasn't our responsibility.
Wow.
They're beautiful trucks, are they not?
I mean, you couldn't have done a nicer job, whoever restored it.
Yeah, usually plots up in New England, we find out if they're beautiful trucks. Yeah, this guy here is just gorgeous. This is how we got this too. This is how you like to get
So
a
he
truck.
donated this too, huh?
Yeah, he donated the two at the same time.
Wow.
It's
That's
a
terrific.
beautiful paint job.
I mean, yeah.
They pinstriped it and everything. And
Yep.
it was in service. So most of these trucks were in service for quite a deal, quite a time.
Yeah.
Really.
And one of my favorites, cab over, 79 WS 760 LST cruise liner. They got the cab tilted. Let's take a look. Don, the mechanic, he's getting ready to do some work here, so he's got the cab tilted up. And there's the intake. This is an interesting thing. You don't get to see this every day.
This one was just prototype. We made 3 prototypes with turbines. And
So it's a turbine engine.
Turbine engine.
Okay.
And we get the fuel from the airport right here.
Yeah,
We're close enough proximity. And Doug Maney, the main curator here, is the one that takes us out and runs this.
He does run it.
Oh, everything in the museum, for your information, even the 1905 Brockway,
Yeah.
everything has to work in here.
So explain to me where they came up with the idea of putting a turbine engine in a truck.
Well, as the story goes, this was designed, I think, for the West Coast application and Australia, some long haul jobs. And they took this design. A couple engineers could think outside the box, you know, at that time. And they said, no, this might be an interesting thing to try.
And so how many horsepower does a turbine engine put out?
Well,
It's got to be way above what the truck would have been rated as.
well,
Original
yeah,
engine.
well, with a light cab too. It's a aluminum cab.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's lightweight. And you know what's so interesting about it? With the transmission box, it's no special transmission. This would hound up, you know, it's very light too. Look at the 12,000 front axle, a 38,000 only rear. You know, it's really a lightweight.
Yep.
It's meant for getting it over the road. Operating RPM is 31,000.
Wow.
So,
You had to write those numbers down, and these are all for the temperatures. We had to go through each channel and write the number down.
Okay.
So it took a while to take all the data.
Right. So you took a tried to go through the ringer if it was on there for a while, huh?
Well, we like the cab heater test. We went to see how well the heater performed.
Okay.
So that was done in 0 degrees with a 60-mile-an-hour headwind.
Okay, right.
So the
Okay.
wind chill is like 50 below zero. If you look at the wind chill chart, I think it says minus 54 for that. 40 miles an hour at zero is minus 54 wind chill. So anyway, you had to dress up.
Right.
Air conditioning was done at 100.